Hi, I'm Nathan Moss, and in this video you'll learn about the different options available to you for automating your business processes. We'll talk about macro-based programs like Elephant Automation, custom programming, and AutoHotkey. We'll discuss the pros and cons of each, and we'll talk about when you need to use them. Let's discuss the different options available for automating our office. The first and least common option is a custom programming solution. In this case, you hire out an external programmer to custom make a computer program for you. The second option would be AutoHotkey. AutoHotkey is also a programming language. It's written in Visual Basic or Visual Basic Script, I think, but it's specially tailored for automation. So you still have to program things, but it is much more suited for the tasks that we're looking at. And the third option is a macro program like Elephant Automation. A macro program is a computer program that you open and use where you drag and drop or click buttons, or it records via a macro recorder, so it records what you're doing. But all the stuff is broken down into chunks. So like you'll have a mouse click chunk, you'll have a type on the keyboard chunk, or open a program, and it's at a much more high level. Alright, let's talk about custom programming. What are the pros and cons of custom programming? Well, the pros are it's super flexible, can be molded to whatever you need it to be, but it's super expensive and it's probably going to need to be outsourced. So you'll have to know how to communicate with the programming team that'll do your programming for you. Of course, this is different. This will be a moot point if you already have a bunch of programmers in-house. What are the pros and cons of AutoHotkey? Well, it's free, big advantage to AutoHotkey. It's easy to get started, but since it's a scripting language, it has a longer learning curve and it's harder to make custom programs in the end. What are the pros and cons of a macro program like Elephant Automation? The first pro is that it's relatively low cost. It's not free like AutoHotkey, but it isn't an exorbitant amount of money like a custom program is. The second pro is that it's relatively easy to program. It's certainly much easier than AutoHotkey or doing custom programming yourself. So in this sense, you can have your own people working on it. You can get up and running and making macros very quickly, and you can have a lot of different people in your company all working to make automation in their own areas. So you can empower the people that are closest to the problems that need to be solved. The disadvantage is that your tool set is limited to what the tool set that is provided by the program that you purchase. So you want to make sure that you get a program that has a very big tool set that encompasses everything you need it to do. And this shouldn't be a problem at all because almost all the programs have a very big tool set, and you shouldn't be limited in that regard. When should I use a custom programming solution to meet my automation needs? The short answer is when you really need it and the other options don't work. In most cases, you'll get the same functionality at a much lower cost and a much quicker time period if you go with one of the other solutions like AutoHotkey or Elephant Automation than it would be to go with a custom solution. When should I use AutoHotkey? I think AutoHotkey makes a lot of sense for people that come from programming environments where they're very comfortable with writing computer programs, and I think it makes a lot of sense for the home user where being free is a very important consideration and they're willing to invest the time to learn how to use it to its fullest extent. It's also very good in situations where you don't want to install anything, because AutoHotkey itself can be run just in Windows, doesn't need to be installed, and the programs that you make don't need to be installed, so that's a pretty good bonus for certain environments. When should I use elephant automation or another macro program? For most companies, this is going to offer them the biggest bang for their buck, as it's the sweet spot for automating your office. It offers almost all the functionality of a custom programming solution. It is very low in terms of initial purchase cost, and it's very easy to learn how to use and continue to use, so it gets people up and running quicker and allows them to hit their full stride in a much shorter time. If you like this video and would like more information like this, please click on the link below where it says for opting in for the newsletter. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section below, and feel free to like and share this with any of your friends that could possibly use this information for their own betterment. Thanks a lot, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again in the next video.